What is going on, gamers? In today's video, I will be showing you guys a champion ranked game that I played in Fortnite Reload solo, and I will be breaking down all my fights, what I did right, and even what I did wrong for the ones that I lost, to show you guys how you can become a better fighter, to play smarter and win more fights. I make lots of ranked tips and tricks videos, so if you have not already subscribed, make sure to do that and like the video. I'll leave more of my ranked tips and tricks videos in the description down below, and if you guys do want to support the channel, make sure to use code Gaming in the Fortnite item shop, and let's get right into the gameplay. The beginning of this game did not actually go that well. I did land at Lizard Links, which is one of my favorite drop spots in the new reload map, and no one else was here with me, so I had the whole POI to myself to loot. I found some pretty decent weapons, and then I heard footsteps right here, and I saw that this guy was pretty smart, and he immediately went for height, which is what you want to do in fights. I used my crash pad to try and take height from him, and I only hit him for 35, so I use a shockwave to take height again and miss a crucial shotgun shot, which cost me one of my reboots, not to mention I get shot by a third party as well. My aim was better at the end, but because I missed that previous shot, I lost this fight. I think even if I won, I would have died anyway due to the third party. It reboots me over Paradise Palms, and immediately what I'm trying to do is look for enemy players. I do not want to get pushed right when I land because the other person would have a total advantage over me. I didn't see this guy in the house next to me until I was pretty close to the ground, and I was pretty lucky because I saw the shockwave, which is what I immediately go for in case he tries to push me. Luckily, I find these shields, but I still have pretty bad weapons, and that's why I try and stay crouched so that he doesn't know where I am, and I'll be ready when he enters that door. I get a few good shots off on him, and he doesn't shoot me at all, but I think he still pretty much has the advantage with his weapons, and I was lucky enough to find this SMG, which helped me to win this fight, and my aim was really on point. If you guys are struggling with your aim, you could try messing around with your sensitivity, or even just going into creative, doing some aim training maps. Those are really useful. I promise that you guys will win more fights because of it. Honestly, with that guy's loot, I feel like he should have won that fight, but because I didn't give away my location, my aim was on point, I ended up coming out on top. Now this next fight I want to go over because I actually lost it, and it was 100% my fault, so let's see what I did wrong. I hit this guy 3 times immediately. Now, it was the auto shotgun, and so it didn't do too much damage, but I still had advantage over the fight with the right side peek here. He was running away, and I hopped up on top to push him, and I still had the right side peek. But for some reason, I decided to give it up, and by running where I did, it gave him the right side peek, and he was able to win the fight. This was completely my fault. I was totally unaware and just made a dumb mistake. If you have right side peek, just be patient, take your time in the fight, don't rush, even if you have the health advantage like I did, because you could still lose the fight. At this point in the game, I only had 1 kill, and I had lost both of my reboots, so I play a little bit more passive, but I still end up getting quite a few eliminations and making it all the way to the end game, so let's see what I do. The reboot brought me all the way to Twisted Trailers, and again, as soon as I reboot, I'm looking for enemy players because I do not want to get pushed off spawn. I get shot a few times while I'm gliding, but I actually don't even see the player that shot me. I grab this chest real quick and the thunder shotgun down below. This loot is not the best, so I need to take only smart fights, which you will see me do, and I break all of them down. This was a dumb mistake on my part, but I did see more slurp barrels down there and was just completely oblivious to them. But this was still a W because I found a purple mammoth pistol, which helps me get as far as I did in this game. I hear fighting pretty close by, and I know that this is a perfect opportunity to third party. My loot is pretty decent, and I felt really confident, especially with the grappler, so I decided to push it. The enemy was behind the wall right here, but I didn't want to just run straight at him. I wanted to be patient so that I did not lose this fight. He decides to actually leave, so I get the opportunity to get some shots off on him. I miss those first initial shots, but I use the sand bunker as natural cover. I'm able to hit him once with my mammoth pistol, which gave me the confidence to push, and then I actually hit him a second time, which really helped me to win this fight. I want to do a replay of this fight real quick and show you guys a little trick that I do with the grappler here. Most of you are probably already familiar with this, but if you are using a grapple and you grapple onto something, there is a delay between switching to your weapons. However, if you grapple onto something and immediately as you do that, hit your shotgun keybind, you switch to your shotgun midair and are able to fire off a shot immediately. You'll see me do this constantly throughout this game, and it's a very good skill to have, not only in reload but also in battle royale, as the grapplers are back. If you need help practicing this, I recommend going into creative and doing it, but let's continue. This right here was just an easy third party, and luckily I was able to get the elimination. I did not decide to go push the other player, rather I wanted to open up this weapon crate because I needed more heals. Right here you will see me drop my AR for the Stinger SMG. I've been really enjoying this weapon this season over my AR, and the main reason that I actually picked this up over the AR in this game is due to the Mammoth pistol. If I'm able to use the pistol from a distance, and then the SMG I can just use pretty much in all of my close-up fights along with my shotgun, and I don't really need an AR. For the next little bit of the match, I pretty much just hide in these bushes waiting for any moment to strike. I didn't really find any though. I ended up finding extra shield and a med kit which helped me get back to full HP, and then the zone started moving and I ended up finding this guy in this bush. I didn't know he was there at first, but I was able to get some pretty good shots on him. He actually ends up leaving with shockwaves, but for some reason just came right back. I don't know why he did it, but it was a pretty easy elimination after that. I find this other bush and decide to scope out the competition. I'm top 10 right now with 4 eliminations. I hear footsteps behind me, and this guy puts up 2 bunkers for some reason rather than just staying in his one. And I didn't think he knew where I was, and then based on how he pushed me, I knew that I had the complete advantage. I hit him with a shotgun and immediately switched to my SMG, and he actually pumped me for a ton of damage. But because of all the damage I put on him beforehand, I was able to win this fight. I do notice that he has a sniper, so I'm able to alternate between the sniper and the Mammoth pistol to take out some of these extra bushes so that other players can't hide. I take out this guy's bush, and then I see this guy's head barely peeking out of the bunker, and I decided to take a shot, and I actually hit it. And if you're wondering why it did not fully eliminate this player due to the headshot, in Fortnite Reload Solo, you have 2 reboots. If you get to the point of the game where reboots are disabled and you have not died, you get 50 more overshield for each life that you have. So this player, I'm assuming, did not die once due to the amount of health he still had even after I hit him with a headshot, and I immediately pushed. And as you can see, I implement the grapple strategy by pulling out my shotgun immediately, which helped me to win this fight, but there's still 7 players in this lobby. This fight is an example of a smart one that I mentioned earlier in the video. In fact, all the fights I took after losing both of my reboots, I would consider smart fights because I only pushed if I had the clear advantage. And if you get a headshot on someone, you should waste no time to start pushing them. The only thing that you are at risk of is a third party, and luckily that did not happen here. In this endgame, I try and be smart and let the other players take each other out. Luckily, there's a lot of natural cover in the buildings, and let's see what happens. I honestly didn't know there was anyone in this bunker. I was simply just trying to take it over so that I could look at the player that I just previously shot. Luckily, we were third partied and the other player eliminated this guy because I was pretty low HP. Honestly, I have no idea why he didn't third party me, but that was just a mistake on him. He should have done it because I was low health. He was probably scared and wanted to win the game, but I was able to refresh my grappler here. The only thing is that I was really low on HP. It was a pretty smart play for the guy to throw a shockwave into my bush. Luckily, I had a grapple and was able to get pulled right back into zone here. You see me multiple times using the grapple and shotgun trick so that I'm ready in case anyone is at these corners, and I'm ready to fight. I hear the last 2 players fighting, and because I'm low on health, I decide to push them as I know it's my only chance to win. They both end up running away, so I go back to where I was hiding previously. I I think my health was just too low for me to win this fight. This guy had pretty good aim, but I still got second place, which is really good for a champion lobby, and I end up going up to champion 81% this round. There were a lot of things that I could have done differently in order to win this game. If I were to do it again, I think I would have went to the top of the roof of this building that I was hiding in to have the advantage. I could have taken the shield bubbles that I've seen previously up there instead of staying on the low ground, but I didn't feel confident with my health. But looking back and looking at my mistakes that I made, that was clearly the right choice. Shockwaves would have been super useful in this game rather than a grapple, so if you have the choice between a grapple or shocks in an end game for a 0 build match, make sure to use shockwaves. That way you can yeet the other players into the zone. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed all these tips and tricks and can take something away from it. Let me know what rank you guys are in the comments down below, and if you are enjoying the new update for Fortnite Reload. If you guys are not subscribed, please consider doing so, as I'll be making a lot more tips and tricks videos throughout this month to help you guys hit Unreal. And if you want to join my Discord, it is in the description down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.